Good morning, my name is Charlotte. I am Wild Magic Yarns on here and Instagram. I knit, crochet, dye, spin, all that sort of stuff. Sew, needle felt, cross stitch, bit of everything. And this is Vlogtober. I'm not going to promise to vlog every day. I'll explain why in a minute, but I'm hoping to do at least one a week, maybe two. The reason I haven't done a podcast for so long is because my health has been playing up. I won't talk about it too much, and those of you who follow me on Instagram have probably seen that I've been struggling. I'm still off sick, still having tests, still seeing various consultants and everything, so I'm a bit embarrassed by my steroid face. You can see how swollen it is. So I didn't really want to go on camera, and I'm also mostly on bed rest, so I'm lying in bed right now filming. So when I do make an appearance, please excuse my appearance. Thanks for your contribution, Maddie. Just after filming that and stopping for the dog to bark, I realised I had sugar in my hair from the cinnamon bun I ate this morning, so please excuse my hair too. You'll have to make a lot of allowances for me this Vlogtober, I think. So, I'm off sick at the moment. I'm working on Christmas projects, as well as my dad's 70th birthday projects, Halloween projects. I've got a lot to share really because I haven't done a podcast, so there will hopefully be enough content for me to show you. My animals might make an appearance. So I live with my husband, our 16-year-old, 4 cats, 2 dogs, and I think that's it. We do also have a cockatiel, but he is living with my parents at the moment because when we moved house, it unsettled him, and now he's settled there. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to bring him over soon. Fingers crossed. But they've got an African grey parrot, so he's loving life next to him at the moment. He does like drama and attention, and African grey parrots bring a lot of drama. So yeah, we'll see if my mum does seem to acquire my pet sometimes. One of her cats actually, we used to live in the house behind them, and Arnold, he's an Egyptian Mau, and he decided that he would just go and live over there. He went there every day, and my mum used to send me pictures of him in her house, and he's been there ever since. So yeah, you pay a lot of money for a pedigree Egyptian Mau rare breed cat, and they end up living with your mother. But there we are. Good old Arnold. He's 14 now. He was 14 in August, so he's getting on a bit now. But he is such a lovely cat. I'll put a picture up of him. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the introduction. Shall we have some yarn content? Currently watching Gilmore Girls. Every year I start watching Gilmore Girls on the 1st of September, and I try and eke it out a bit over autumn, but this is the last season already. Not been that successful this year, so maybe I'll just have to watch it again. Yesterday Tom and I got some of my autumn bits out. He put little acorn fairy lights around my plants, and we've got my crochet pumpkin there. That's a good few years old now. Last year's Toft toadstool, and then just some pumpkin candles, my squirrel dish that has acorns and leaves and things in it. So that is the autumn feeling for my bedroom. that is a cat scratch mat on the wall because they keep scratching the door frames. I don't want them to do that. It's a new build house and they need to not scratch the door frames basically. So yeah, we've got a few of these delightful scratch mats dotted round. They haven't used that one once, but they do like the one in the hall, which we sprayed with catnip spray. So maybe I should actually do that to this one as well. Yeah. What else was I going to show you? Can you see that picture up there? Well, there's 3 I know, but the one on the right is by Kerrigwin Crafts and it's amazing and I won it. It's beautiful. But that one, my mum made that for me. It says 2 for joy. I absolutely love watching the magpies on the bird table outside. We get loads of magpies here and they're just so funny to watch. And she made that for me for my birthday, so it's so nice. And she also printed that photo of the dogs. And she also got me that seagull there. Pumpkin candles, some sunflowers, my to be read. You can't really see that, can you? It says Charlotte's to be read on it, and it's all my books that are to be read. Look at my little birdie tiebacks. Oh, they're cute. They're from Dunelm. And why? Right, orchids. Let's talk about orchids. So this orchid is about 6 months old, maybe not even that long, and it's just been so dramatic. Like, it had flowers, now it doesn't. So I changed the pot to a clear orchid pot because apparently they are that dramatic that they like clear pots. I've changed the soil it was in to special orchid soil that cost a fortune. It's had orchid food. I did the thing where you take it out and you soak the roots and you put it back in, and you can't really see because the light's not great. There we go. So that is the status of my orchid at the moment. If anyone knows if that will come back, let me know, because if it won't, there's not much point in it being all ugly sat on my windowsill. It does have some green areas, which is why I was reluctant to give up on it. But, I mean, why are they so dramatic? Why are they so hard to keep alive? Whereas this thing, my mum got this one for me. I don't know what it is. The light is really bad, sorry. There we go. And that's been going for ages. It keeps flowering all the time. My umbrella plant, Merida, that had like 3 leaves when I got it, and now it's in this ginormous pot that shouldn't really be on a windowsill. I need to find a new place for her. And then this is Sam the plant. This is a cheese plant that was bought for me by my husband's colleague Sam, and he got it from a nice plant shop in Carmarthen, and it sort of died, but not fully died. Because our last house was really dark and there wasn't much light. So Sam took some plant back into work and it thrived there, and now he's given it back to us. Now we've moved house and he has got, you can't quite see it I don't think, but that little tendril coming off there, yeah, you could just see it in the middle there, is a brand new leaf. So fingers crossed, Sam the plant will live on and he will start getting holes in his leaves soon. But he's just been repotted as well into a much bigger pot. Actually, that is the old pot from Merida, my umbrella plant. And that is a fake plant. Please excuse my blinds. They're temporary paper blinds from Dunelm again, because we are doing our windows with like plantation shutters and they're proper expensive. Like, my son's room has a really small single window, and I think it was £200 for his shutter alone, and it's tiny. So yeah, we're doing each room one by one. We did my son's room, then we paused because we realised that we don't have many surfaces here and I wanted autumn stuff, so we ended up buying radiator covers for the whole house. And yeah, so shutters have kind of taken a back seat. My bird table broke, so I've ordered another one of those, which is coming tomorrow. Might film myself attempting to put it together because that would be amusing. And we need flooring. We haven't decorated or anything. Every room in the house is white at the moment, which is fine for now, but I do want a bit of colour in here eventually. Yeah, I mean, my walls in here, because I'm using this room as my dye space at the moment, so hello, you can just see my arm. I hope you can't hear Gilmore Girls. Let me just pause it. So yeah, so that is my dye space there on the left. So all my like boards from IKEA are up on the wall there. My shelf with my Lego flowers and bits and bobs. So it does look a proper mess over there at the moment, but that's the hall out there. I'll show you the hall in a bit. But we're not allowed to do any work to this house for a year. We moved in April, and we have, because it's a new build, we have to leave it as is basically, because they come out in a year's time, the builders, and do all the snagging. So the workshoppy shed type thing I want out in the garden for my dye space can't go out there until next year because we can't put electricity out to it, we can't put lights or anything, we can't put a base down. So yeah, so we're not allowed to decorate, we're not allowed to put, I think we might be allowed to put floors down, but we're not yet anyway until the year's done, just in case. Yeah, so it's a bit of a pain, but to be honest, you know, it's a new build, like I said, so it's in a perfectly livable condition, and it's not your typical new build where like, is this really boring, where you can just see that, I don't know. I'll finish quickly and then I'll like show you something else. So yeah, it's not a typical new build like a big corporation new build like Redrow and all those. It's all done by local architects, local builders, so the quality of it is amazing. Like, we haven't found, the only problem we've had is it's supposed to be wheelchair accessible, and it is, but there's a few bits that aren't. So like the windows are high. I cannot open those windows from my wheelchair. Like, it's just impossible. And all the windows are that high in every room. The bathroom mirror and the bathroom cabinet, the kitchen surfaces, things like that they haven't really thought about. I suppose that's what happens when your architect is not a wheelchair user. So whereas they've thought of the obvious things like level access, wider doors, turning space, etc., they haven't actually thought of the little bits, the little things that matter. So as it stands, I can't go out and prep food at the kitchen worktop because it's too high. Can't reach kitchen sink. Yeah, so it does need sorting, but we're not in any rush. My husband does all the cooking at the moment anyway, and my son, so yeah. But you know, all the light switches are accessible, the letterbox, the doorbell even, so it's not so bad. The little bits, the bathroom mirror, I've got a big mirror in the bedroom, I don't need to see myself brushing my teeth, you know, so it's not nothing that needs to be done urgently. And this is turning into a whole waffle about plants and houses, so I'm going to stop there because you're probably incredibly bored by now, fed up of looking at my dead orchid, and in what's the word I'm looking for? Waiting with bated breath for some yarn content. So the first thing I'm going to show you is a finished object from last year. However, it has not been in use yet. So I finished it. It went in the wash. And then it was put away until this autumn, basically. So this was an autumn crochet along, and I've made this in Stylecraft Special DK. It's got pine cones, it's got a pumpkin patch. I know it's upside down, but it reverses, so like the other end is the right way up. Berries, toadstools, wheat sheaves. Let me pull it up a bit so you can see them the right way around. Poppies. And it is just gorgeous. It is so soft. It's got that lovely... I'm not sure what this is called. It's got bobbles. There is a name for this. Can't remember what it's called, but it's a nice stitch. Pebble, maybe? Pebble something? I don't know. It's got this basket weave stitch, which I love. It's really effective. And I didn't like the border on the crochet along version, so I did my own. And it's got these bobbles all the way around. And it's really cute and effective. And Jon Snow has just been trying desperately to get on it, so I've pushed him off for the moment. No doubt he'll be back. So if you notice any stray hairs, it's because the hairiest cat in the world has just been on it. Yeah, so this will be going on my bed when I next change it in a few days, because I always have a blanket on the bed. Toadstools at the moment. This one will be going on next, just at the end of the bed for where the animals lie. I know what you're thinking, am I going to let animals lie on this? Yes, because it was deliberately made in acrylic yarn. My blankets that are made of acrylic yarn, they get washed and washed and washed. And they wash and tumble dry really well. I'm just looking for the other thing. Oh, there it is. Right. This is the other thing I was going to show you. This is a whip. At the moment, it looks a very interesting shape, shall we say. But this is a little pumpkin person. And she will have a dress soon. The material is cut to make her dress. But I haven't actually sewn them together yet. So yeah, that is pumpkin person number 1. I have 4 lots of fabric cut for 4 of these. 2 have got stripy legs, 2 have got orange legs like the arms. You won't actually see the body, the joins or anything. So yeah. I mean, I'm not great at hand sewing. It's not all hand sewn. Some of it's machine sewn. The hand sewn bits are quite obviously hand sewn. Look around the neck there. But I think she's quite cute. And I think once she's got her dress on, she'll be cute, won't she? Yeah, I think she will. Yeah, so I've got another 4 of those to make. The arms and legs are all sewn and stuffed. The bodies are not. The heads are not. But I can't see it taking me that long to make another 3. I don't know why I'm making 4. I have no homes for them yet. I will probably keep one. I will probably give one to my mum. Actually, Tom has shown an interest in one, so that will probably be the one that stays here at home. And then I will have 2 spare little pumpkins. Oh, and a stalk goes on her head as well, once she's all finished. So yeah, my little pumpkin Halloween project. One of the dolls in the example has like 1 button eye and 1 normal eye, and it looks really cool and creepy. So I might change their faces a bit. The other 3 I might do 4 different faces. But yeah, I think it's going to be really cute. It's like a little ragdoll kind of thing, I suppose. I am now going to sign off. I will leave you with my new cup. It's just from Temu, it's not a proper Stanley one. But they're really good cups. I'm going to light a little candle in my little tea light holder and have either a maple latte or a sticky toffee pudding latte. See you soon!